Hey there, welcome back. Okay, so we had some storms last night. It was like crash, boom, bang, and all these garden groups that I'm a member of on Facebook where everybody was asking, what are you doing to protect your plants? And I was just like, if it's in the ground, it's on its own. I'm not that kind of a gardener. And so I am gonna go walk around and just see what everything looks like. Now, after it rains, it's always nice to go look at everything because everything just looks like it's perked up and fresh. And so I'm kind of nervous of what I'm gonna find. I know we had a lot of winds. I don't know what the wind actually got up to, but they were saying it could get up to as much as 70 miles an hour. So I thought I would just take you along with me and show you what I find as I find it. Feel a little bit nervous. Okay, so here are the front beds. We pulled out boxwood hedges when we first moved here, and it was just overgrown, all of this stuff right here. And so what we have in here right now is some flowers. We have some dianthus. This was a gift from someone. She just pulled it out of her garden and gave it to me. Then we have some potatoes growing in here, some sage, some dusty miller, some petunias, and this is the salvia. Oh, I just love this stuff. The hummingbirds are all over it all the time. I cut these little purple flowers off all the time and bring them in for flower arrangements. Now what we have growing in here is some goji berries. This is this big white delicate little flowers. This is cilantro. So look at the apple guild. Now if you saw the video of me putting in a brand new bed, this is how much it's grown up since then. I was looking at that video the other day for something and I thought, oh my gosh, everything's grown up so much since I did that video. This is oregano right here, and it's about to put off the most beautiful flowers. This is Dutch irises, and you can see they've played out, and those are about to die back. We've got cucamelons in there, a Honeycrisp apple, and hopefully the wind didn't. Yeah, good, yay. I was afraid. We only got 2 apples this year on the Honeycrisp, so I was hoping that the wind didn't blow those off. There's some cucamelons right there. We have some lavender that I just planted this year. And all of this larkspur. I just love this larkspur. But isn't it gorgeous? I love it. Now over here, so this is the horseradish plant right here. And then we have on this trellis right here, we have, see if there's any more. I picked some yesterday and ate them, and I kind of pulled it off. But on this trellis we have sugar snap peas. Really needed that rain. So the blueberries are coming along nicely. And then we have this one here too. I need to cut the tags off. More oregano. I have oregano everywhere. So there's oregano, oregano, oregano. And then we have thyme. We have daffodils that have already played out. This is the Gala apple tree, and I really don't think that it's gonna produce this year, but they're still pretty young. More of the salvia. I just love it. It's just beautiful. Then we have the snapdragons, which is one of my favorites. I grew a lot more from seed this year. And then we have gladiolas right here that are gonna be coming up. I love this thyme, and I have a ton of it right here, but nowhere else. So I'm about to pull some of this thyme up and repot it and grow some more. There's some garlic right in there. Let me see if I can get a little bit closer. That's garlic right there. And I don't have salvia anywhere else in my gardens except for right here. So I'm gonna be propagating more of that. Probably just gonna do by root division. Right here, this is what I call my river of mulch. I wanted everything to be really wavy. It's like the mulch is the banks and the green is the river. So if that makes any sense, but that was what I pictured. Okay, so here we have 3 plum trees, a lot of cilantro, more snapdragons, the sage. And if you haven't seen the sage video, this one is still blooming. And this was one that I really cut back a lot. There's a ladybug right there. Oh, it looks like it's gonna bloom again. Ooh, interesting. Plum trees right here. Let's see. Yeah, see, this is one of the reasons why I don't thin the fruit, because the wind does it for me. Something smells so good over here. I think it's the honeysuckle from the neighbor's yard across the way. We've got garlic, gladiolas, beans and potatoes, cilantro, cucamelons, onions, snapdragons, sage. Over here we have oregano, irises, strawberries, passion fruit, more oregano, more gladiolas. Over here we have cilantro, and there's the pomegranate tree. We have more oregano. Over here we have more oregano, sage, snapdragons, and forsythia. There's a watermelon down in there. We have tiger lilies. I have a few of these trellises where I'm gonna let some things grow up, but I've got beans on it right now. We've got broccoli, of course, the stone path, or stepping stones, place to walk. We've got more cilantro, Shasta daisies. I didn't roll up my hose. Ooh, bad. Iris patch, more gladiolas, and oregano. We have potatoes and beans just all along the front here. Let's see, pomegranate, sage, oregano, orach. We had orach right here as well. Now these are gonna get a lot bigger, a lot taller, and those are looking pretty good. Cannas, more beans and potatoes, oregano. These are the cherry trees right here. Bluebonnets, irises. These are looking pretty good. The other ones have played out, but I just love these. They're so beautiful. And then in here we have squash, beans, potatoes, squash, corn, squash, beans, potatoes, onions, snow peas, some kale that's gone to flower. That's pretty little flowers, don't you think? Yeah. More snapdragons, squash, oregano. These are the cherry trees. Okay, let's see. Can I find a cherry on here? I was so excited because I saw cherries. This would be our first year to have cherries, because we planted these trees about 3 years ago. Yeah, there it is. We have at least one cherry. I'm so excited. When we first moved to this location, this is one of the first things I got in the ground was the asparagus and the fruit trees as quickly as we could, because I knew that those were going to take the longest to start to develop fruit or go into production. They were just going to take some time. Now I did just see, where did it go? Kind of a picture from the back side. I haven't finished walking, but I thought I would just show you from this angle. I'm gonna turn around slowly to try to not make you dizzy. I've got some more stuff I've got to plant in here. These are the pear trees right here. And we have several different varieties for cross-pollination. Oh, right here, of course, we have our stepping stones. Right here we have some jalapenos, some okra that just self-seeded. We've got more cilantro. We have potatoes and beans and more catnip. But I'm just so excited. I'm just a proud mama. where did I see? There's some. It must not have been, I was really worried about the fruit trees with the wind, but you know what? They're gonna have to make it on their own. There's some more. The pears are all over this tree. More cilantro, catnip. We have onions. I went ahead and made a brand new asparagus patch right here. This is what I call Melon Hill. So I have a lot of sweet melons here. I have onions mixed in there. So this is a bunch of blank mulch that the melons can just grow down this way. So let's just go in from the back side here. I'll show you what we have in the back. So here's some of the asparagus. Let's see. I don't want to step on anything. These are the ones that I grew from seed. And I transplanted them out here. So all along this fence line here, I have planted, because I don't like tomato cages, I have basil, tomato, basil, tomato, basil, tomato, basil, tomato. And Roselle hibiscus. I don't have any stepping stones here. I need to get some more and put them in. Mint, Roselle hibiscus, some more mint, tomato, basil, and then we have these grapevines that are growing all the way down this fence. I do have some stepping stones back here. Tomato, basil, all the way down that fence line. And then we have the grapes here. So all those tomatoes are gonna grow with these grapes all the way down this fence line, all the way down. I don't like tomato cages. I don't think they belong in an edible landscape, but that's my opinion. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Okay, now we're gonna go on the other side of this, what do you call this? The south bank? I guess that's what I'll call it, the south bank. So here's what all we have. We've got oregano. Oh, so there's the irises, strawberries, oregano, watermelon. So this is just now starting to, I just planted it from seed. Snapdragons, sage, oregano, forsythia, oregano, broccoli, stone path, broccoli, more cilantro, potatoes, beans, all along this edge. We're on the back side of where the irises are. Beans, and then we're on the other side of where the corn and the squash and the beans are. And then we have more oregano, chives, oregano, some plants, I don't know what they are because someone gave them to me. And then we have artichokes right there. This will be my first year with artichokes. And then we have our artichokes, 3 right there. So what we've planted here are sweet melons. And then we also have mixed in snapdragons. So these are the ground cherries right here, which just grow wild everywhere. So these are our peach trees right here. And I am about to plant a bunch. Oh, the wind did get a bunch of them here. Oh well. I'm surprised there's any left on the trees. There was so much wind and so much storms last night. And I think it wasn't too bad. And we got some much needed rain. Okay, that'll do it for this one. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that little like button if you liked it, and you can share it right down here if you know someone who's interested. Be safe out there. Bye for now.